Aloha guys! All right, coming to you from Maui, Hawaii. This is Terry Edmonds. Thank you for joining me in my studio. Oh my gosh, we are live together. It's like being together, but not. All right, if the title intrigued you, it's because you're looking where to find Birkenstock soles, and I have an answer for you. Before I do that though, I definitely want to address some other questions that I've had this week. And because I repeat all the time, I think other people might find them beneficial. So first off, I am a shoe cobbler and I own a shoe store in Hawaii, and I do a lot of repair videos, do-it-yourself, shoe reviews on my YouTube channel, Terry Edmonds. So please subscribe to my channel for useful information. I also have some great Birkenstock repair videos that will really help you if you're trying to repair your Birkenstocks. All right, so one of the questions that I've gotten is about the stretching. It's my #1 video because people have big feet in this world, and so, or problem feet especially. So one of the questions coming from Tiffany Moore was, can you stretch shoes with an open back? And yes, you can. You can put a shoe stretcher right inside of the front of the shoe, and it opens up in the front, just like that. Looks like, I don't have a sample here with me, but you absolutely can. You, of course, can't do length, just the width. So thank you, Tiffany, good question. The next one was, can I use comes from Beramaglu, and he asked, I saw your video on YouTube about shoe stretching. Can I use the Ziploc water method on my Asics running shoes? By reading the tag, he said it's synthetic fiber and synthetic leather upper rubber sole. And I'm going to say that probably no on the Ziploc method. That one's, that one's a tricky one. It's an easier one at home, but it's tricky. It doesn't do it that well. The best thing to do on a synthetic shoe is to use a blow dryer or a heat gun. Stuff it and very, very, very gently until you learn how the fabric works with your heat gun. That's what I would do, just about 12 inches away. Heat up the shoe and it'll stretch. You can do it. You definitely want to be careful on the synthetic fibers because that mesh netting that they're putting on everything right now, it can separate and melt. So you want to do it very, very slowly. All right, there we go. Also from a Bryant Davidson writes in and says, I have a pair of Wolverine steel-toed work boots. They're about 12 years old with very little wear. The soles are a molded on rubber sole with a layer of foam between the wearing surface and the shoe. Today, the foam leather disintegrated, separating the wearing surface from the boot. Is this repairable, and is it worth the effort? Bryant, excellent question. And no, it's not. It is repairable. Probably isn't worth the effort though, or the expense. That's usually like a crepe kind of a material that ends up disintegrating, and when you're trying to glue it, it's like gluing sand. It just keeps peeling off, nothing sticks. So you could rip off the outer sole, grind down the rest of that crepe sole just to get rid of it, add new crepe on there, and then a new sole. Definitely something for a cobbler with a big workshop, I think. Just my suggestion, but anything is possible. And with this video today that I'm going to be sharing about the Birkenstock material, I'm also going to provide a link to the crepe material, the one that disintegrated on you. So you could do replacing that if you want to yourself. One more question is about shoe dyeing. This comes from Sterling McKinley. And she says, I discovered your business via YouTube on a dyeing satin shoes video. I'm interested in repairing or shoe dyeing services. I have a pair of designer satin shoes that have discoloration in several spots on the shoes. And the second part of that question is, are you taking mail-in repair requests for satin shoes? Yes, I am taking mail-in repairs, no problem. You do pay shipping both ways. To Hawaii, you can look at about $20 each way. And but I love to dye shoes. I'm actually going to do another video. A real hot trend right now is the pastel rainbow. So I have a gal that's getting married, and I'll be doing a pastel rainbow about the shoes. You say you have a shoe that's discoloring. It's tricky because most satin shoes that are already pre-dyed come with a Scotch guard. So once you have that Scotch guard on, it's really difficult to let color get through to the fabric. If you're not afraid of ruining the shoe just in case, you could go ahead and do it, you know, just try it and see what happens. That's pretty much all you can really do, or do a little test spot somewhere. That's probably what I would suggest. If it's a plain shoe though, you can send those to me. I love to dye those. Anyway, so there you have it. You could still send those shoes to me if you want, but if I can't repair it, you know, either I toss them for you or I send them back to you. You still have to pay shipping. So great questions, you guys. Thanks for writing in. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the Birkenstock. My Birkenstock videos are like my most popular videos, and I think it's because you guys are like do-it-yourselfers. I totally love that. All right, so Riva writes in and she says, I'm trying to fix my Birkenstocks and I need to resolve them. I'm struggling to find the material and I was wondering if you knew where to get some. I love your YouTube channel. Riva, I love you. Thank you. Okay, so Birkenstock material. I'm going to address that in just a minute and give you lots of options, Riva. Bo Dumont also writes in and says he used to live on Maui, which is cool. His children and he are fix-it-themselves people. I love that, you guys. And he dabbles in sewing and upholstery. His daughters would like to rebuild their mom's collection of Birkenstocks, and if you are willing to share, provide a resource. No problem. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and this is what my Birkenstock material looks like, okay? And this is a regular footbed. These footbeds, if you can find them online, they run about $40 to $60 a pair. It's what you can expect if you can find them. I think I saw them on Amazon somewhere. This official Birkenstock material you cannot get as a consumer, as far as I know. I've been doing this for a very long time. I have never found a resource. So if somebody out there in the interweb world does know of one, please write in. There are a ton of people who are interested. However, I have a solution, and it might even be a better solution. So I'm going to take you with me into another part of my workshop here, and we're going to look at some material samples. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this Birkenstock material for me, it comes in pre-cut sizes, or it comes in a big sheet, like some of these big sheets that you see here behind me, okay? And it's nice, it's really heavy, it's very expensive, and I have another alternative, and it didn't just dawned on me the other night, but one of my favorite materials to use is called orthopedic crepe. It is on the bottom of my sandals, for instance. I'm making this sandal for a gal in a wheelchair, and anyway, so I'm making these really cool adjustable sandals for her feet that swell. But the final piece of material is going to be some orthopedic crepe in the black. It's real light, and it just goes straight on the bottom of her shoe. I'll probably put a little bit of a heel, just a little 1/4 inch, so it looks a little more feminine. Anyway, it's a material that I use all the time. Oh my gosh, it's great. And the best part is it's available on Amazon. I just started seeing it offered there, so I have got a link for you guys on my Amazon shopping page. It's I'll put a link here in the video for you. Once this is not live any longer, I'll post a link for you. And it comes in so many, well, it comes in a few basic colors. So the black, the beige, I use this color all the time. This is a really great neutral color. It looks good on a light cork bed. Look at that, it's just super nice. It is so easy to cut. You can actually cut this with a sharp razor knife and not need to sand it. It's really smooth, it's so easy. And honestly, you know, I think I prefer it over the Birkenstock material. It dawned on me, I thought, well, the Birkenstock material, it's really, really stiff. So it's very durable. This stuff is also durable. I mean, I put these on my moccasins that I make, and I wear them all the time, and it takes a very long time to wear this stuff out, and it's so lightweight. So that's what I'd suggest. They come in, I think on my Amazon shopping cart, you can buy them in beige, black, white. I know they're available in gray. I think we have, yeah, let's see here. And so here's a gray color, but it's pretty nice. I like this over most of the items that are on there, and I think it's the exact same one that I carry. I do the, mine is the, let's see here, mine's the Vibram, and the Vibram is probably the best stuff out there. But the other one that I found on Amazon, I really like. I give it my seal of approval. So I'd recommend that. And you know, you can, oh, the other thing I was going to tell you is that when you're shopping for the Vibram, this happens to be about 1/2 of an inch, okay? And this is a 12 iron. They call it iron, they call it by the irons, or you know, the millimeter. I think this is, I don't know, it's about 1/2 of an inch thick. So you can do the conversion for me because I'm not good at doing math in my head. Anyway, but I prefer the 1/4 inch. This is the 1/4 inch. I'll hold it up so you can see the difference. See the difference in that? And I like this because it's so flexible. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to use. You're just gonna love it. I swear, I wish I would have thought of that sooner. And you can do things like, even on a shoe like this, you can take off this sole, or as this sole wears out, put on a new, since I have choices, I'd probably do this really nice light color, you know, instead of that black line on there, just have something disappear. Anyway, so I really like it. And since I get asked all the time where to buy the material, you guys are all asking me, so there it is. Okay, awesome. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thank you for writing in. It's so great. I love getting all the questions, and I'll see you guys again here live. Remember to like my YouTube channel, please, or subscribe. Just thanks for watching the video, and I hope you're all having a great time out there being crafty. It's so awesome. It's such a wonderful thing for the soul. So, coming to you from Maui, Hawaii, Terry Edmonds signing off. Aloha.